What you're about to see is a weapons skill class demonstration. It is important to note that although this class is a skill lesson, there are portions that are unique to a weapons class. In order to adequately prepare for a skill lesson, the instructor must prepare the learning environment. The board must be set up with the appropriate information, and the classroom must be configured or set up as a proper learning environment. As you can see here, the tables have been removed from the class area. Chairs are placed for the students' comfort, and a weapons instruction line is designated. The instructor will introduce themselves. They will number the students. They will then have the class conduct safety precautions on the weapons, training, drill ammo, and inspect the students to confirm there is no live ammo in the class. They will then review any previous teachings as applicable. Finally, they will explain the demo positions the class will use and have the students practice the demo positions.
All right, before we get started, we'll carry out normal safety precautions. First two people down behind the guns. For inspection, clear guns. Clear. Okay, hold up the blank rounds so I can inspect them. Clear. Take your seats. From the right, in pairs, number.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Good. Remember your number. For this class, will be one demo position. Will be myself down behind the first LMG. Group number 1 will stay seated. Group number 2 will get up and fall in behind group number 1. Are there any questions? Demo position 1, move. Good. Take your seats. The practice positions for this lesson will be the ones down behind the guns. When I say switch, the ones will take their seats and twos will move up and down behind the guns. Are there any questions for the practice position? Practice position 1, move. No, just the one. No, just down behind the guns. Good. Switch. Good. Take your seats. The guns right now are pointed to the targets at the wall. At no other time will these C9s point in any other direction but in the safe area. Are there any questions?
The instructor will now explain the where the lesson fits as per the training plan. They will also explain the what material is to be taught, and the teaching points, and the why, where the knowledge or skill will be useful. They will also explain if there is a test at the end of the lesson, and details of the test. Finally, they will describe the conduct of the lesson, the duration, and the number of stages, issue a control statement for class conduct, the demo positions, and precautions to be taken during the lesson.
The training aids that we'll use for this class are the 2 C9 LMGs, the belt box, and the dummy rounds on the floor. What you'll be learning here today is C9, lesson number 4. Why you need to know this is so that you can carry out the drills on the C9 without error. Where you will use this is at your home unit, on exercise, or if you find yourself in operational theater. This lesson is broken down into 5 stages. Stage 1, ammunition. Stage 2, sight setting. Stage 3, the load, ready, unload. Stage 4, the make safe. And Stage 5, the clear gun. If you have any questions throughout this class, wait until I ask, are there any questions? Raise your hand and ask the question at that time. If I have any questions for you, I'll ask the question, raise your hand, and I'll call upon you. I don't want to hear any class answers for this lesson. There will be a test at the end of this class, a practical test, in which you will have to carry out the drills of the C9 without any problems. Are there any questions?
The instructor will introduce each stage to develop the topic. They will then explain the action to be conducted. They will order the students into the appropriate demo positions and demonstrate the movement. Finally, they will have the students imitate or practice the action. The instructor observes the students conducting the drill, assesses weaknesses, and as necessary improves the weaknesses by more practice. Faults must be immediately brought to the soldier's attention and corrected. Otherwise, they will go on making the same mistakes. If it becomes obvious during a practice period that a soldier has failed to grasp a particular skill, the instructor will have to teach that part of the lesson again. Left-handed shooters are permitted to train left-handed if the weapons system permits it. For each stage, the instructor continues the sequence of EDI. At the end of each stage, the instructor confirms that there are no issues.
Okay, next we're going to carry out Stage 3, load, ready, and the unload. Demo position 1, move. First thing that happens on the load is you down behind the gun, legs together, right hand on the pistol grip, forefinger outside the trigger guard, left hand on the butt grip, and the C9 is in the upright position, like this. Next thing that happens is you take the C9 belt box, attach it to the LMG. With your right hand, lift the feed cover. With your left hand, pull approximately 20 rounds out of the belt box, inspect them, and place them on the feed tray, holding them there with your left hand, like this. What happens next is you, with your right hand, close the feed cover and place your right hand back on the pistol grip and the left hand back on the butt grip and position the C9 in an upright position, like this. Are there any questions on the load? Next, on the range or ready, the first thing that happens is you adjust the sights to the appropriate range, lift the shoulder piece, raise the weapon into the shoulder, and cock the LMG. If the order to fire is not given at this time, place the weapon on safe, like this. Range 300. Are there any questions on the range or the ready? Targets to your front, go on. On the order, unload. What happens is, cock the action to the rear, take the weapon out of the shoulder. With your right hand, lift the feed cover, and with your left hand, remove the belt from the feed tray and sweep the area clear, like this. Next, what happens is, close the feed cover, raise the weapon into the shoulder, and fire the action at the target. Then lower the C9 from the shoulder, like this. Next, moving from front to rear, remove the belt box from the LMG, close the ejection port cover, return the sights to 300, and lower the shoulder piece, like this. Are there any questions on the unload? Take your seats. Practice position 1, move. For the first practice, I'm going to talk you through it. So I'm going to walk you through it, and then you carry out the actions when I say do this now. Are there any questions? First thing that happens on the load is you lie down behind the weapon, legs together, right hand on the pistol grip, left hand on the butt grip. Don't do it until I tell you to. Do this now. Right hand on the pistol grip, left hand on the butt grip. Right hand on the pistol grip, left hand on the butt grip. Legs together. Good. Next thing that happens is you take the belt box, attach it to the LMG with your right hand, lift the feed cover with your left hand, pull approximately 20 rounds from the belt box, inspect them, and lay them on the feed tray, holding them with your left hand. Do this now. I didn't say close the feed cover. Good. Next, what you're going to do is, with your right hand, close the feed cover, return your right hand to the pistol grip, left hand to the butt grip, and position the C9 in an upright position. Do this now. Good. Are there any questions on the load? Next, we're going to do the range or the ready. The first thing that happens on the range or the ready, you adjust the sights to the appropriate range, lift the shoulder piece, raise the C9 into the shoulder, cock the weapon, push the cocking handle all the way forward, and if the order to fire is not given at this time, place the weapon on safe. Do this now. Good. Targets to your front, go on. On the order, unload. What happens is, cock the action to the rear, push the cocking handle all the way forward. Remove the weapon from the shoulder. With your right hand, lift the feed cover. With your left hand, remove the rounds from the feed tray and sweep them clear. Do this now. Don't get ahead of me. Next, what's going to happen is, with your right hand, close the feed cover, raise the weapon into the shoulder, fire the action at the target, and lower the C9 from the shoulder. Do this now. Lower the weapon from the shoulder. Good. Next thing you're going to do, working from front to rear, remove the belt box from the C9, close the ejection port cover, return the sights to 300, and lower the shoulder piece. Do this now. Good. Switch. Okay, I'm going to walk you through the load ready and the unload. All right, what we're going to do now is we're going to practice, and you're going to carry out the actions on your own without me saying anything. I'll correct you as you go if I find any faults. One's down behind the gun. With the 20-round belt, load. Good. Range, 400. Targets to your front, go on. Unload. Good. Switch. With a 20-round belt, load.
The instructor takes any questions from the class on the entire lesson. They also confirm by question and practice or test, as stated during the introduction. Safety precautions are carried out, and the equipment is packed up.
All right, so what we've covered here today is C9, lesson number 4, ammunition, sight setting, load, ready, unload, make safe, and clear gun. Are there any questions on anything that I've taught here today? No questions? All right, we're going to carry out the test. You'll have to do the test with no errors whatsoever. Are there any questions on the test before we get started? All right, one's down behind the guns. Belt, load. Range, 400. Targets to your front, go on. Unload. Good. Switch.
The last thing the instructor does is summarize the lesson and provide details of the next training activity.
Okay, in conclusion, what you've learned here today is C9, lesson number 4. Why you need to know this is so that you can carry out the drills on the C9 without difficulty. You'll use this at your home unit, on exercise, and if you find yourself on operational theater. You've been an attentive class, you've grasped the knowledge well, and you should have no problem putting this to use throughout your military career. Your next lesson is back here in 10 minutes with Master Corporal Dalton. Carry on.